Wealthy accommodation providers can bypass the planning laws entirely without any engagement to local authorities. The government introduced a planning circumvention to allow very wealthy accommodation providers to bypass the planning laws entirely for IPAS centres. This is obviously total disregard for local communities, where no engagement effectively happens whatsoever. I spoke to the owner of the Belmont Hotel recently, who told me he was developing a 4-star hotel. Only that was before a leaked document showed the local authority had plans to develop accommodation for asylum seekers. The same is happening right across the country. It is totally unfair, where young couples have to wait years in onboard Panola and planning delays to build their own home, and yet wealthy accommodation providers can bypass the planning laws entirely without any engagement to local authorities. Tánaiste, will you end the planning circumvention in relation to this and apply the laws of the land to every citizen?
Thanks, everybody. Lawless. I think it's an interesting point you make, because as we move beyond what has had to be an emergency response to migration, we do need to get to a much more sustainable, managed approach, one that involves not just the focus on accommodation, but also the focus on rules. People who don't have a right to be here, ensuring that they leave and leave more efficiently. People who do have a right, getting that more quickly, and then having a right to work and make a contribution and pay taxes and make their way in our country. And I do think when it comes to accommodation as well, we do need a full re-examination of the tools that we use. So we have a new Minister of State with responsibility for migration. We have a new Minister for Justice. I know myself and the Taoiseach intend to be sitting down shortly with both of them to discuss the approach that we take, and planning will be a part of that discussion.
Thank you.